done with, and then we will hopefully be able to get some interviews with the other people involved.
Here he is, the man himself, Den Shiesty. Great performance on the chase there. You know, I was unfortunate about the lack of fuel at the end. We just wondered if you had anything to add. We had a couple questions for you if you got some time.
Yeah, so just out of curiosity, so we were just wondering, obviously, about 40 seconds into the meth run, as you'll notice, the meth car was flipped. We saw you stand out of the vehicle, start smoking a cigarette. What was the significance of that? What did that mean? What were you trying to portray there to the driver of that meth car?
What we're trying to portray is that you know, we're out there, you know, us SRE drivers, we're very cool, calm, collected individuals, and we didn't really have to try too hard to get that vehicle. You know, we could have taken that vehicle right then and there, but you know, we decided to give them a chance to see what else their offensive had.
Okay, perfect. So was there at any point today during the $1 million meth run challenge that you did think that you were going to lose that meth car? Be honest with us today.
Multiple times I did believe we were going to lose it. I felt like, you know, we underestimated Mr. Bolt, and I felt like that underestimation against the opponent, I felt like we could have lost them with any little turns, to be honest with you. Very little turns.
Well, I have a question for you here as well, then. Obviously, very early on, we saw Winston end up on his roof. You know, he flipped over. And there was some leeway given there. What was going through your mind when you saw him flipped?
When I saw him flip, it was like, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. You know, he's a rookie in this driving situation during the meth run. Felt like it was time for him to get a chance to prove himself for MDM. You know. Yeah. And I felt like we did the right thing by not going too hard on him right off the bat.
Yeah, we respected that. You know, we saw that here live. We thought that was a nice move.
Just one more question before we obviously let you go and get back to the police in the streets of Los Santos. We have seen today that you have driven your car to the point of no more. You know, there was no gas left in the tank.
Right.
The same with Officer Suarez and the same with Casterman in Air 1. Is there an issue with police funding that does not allow, you know, your vehicles to maintain fuel, or is that something that you were just that dedicated to the chase that you wanted to do?
It was a bit of both. Sorry for cutting you off there, sir. It was a bit of both. I felt like with the Cerberus, the defunding that's going on with the Cerberus company and the Unified Police Department, we are taking a little bit of a hit of a budget cut, especially Cerberus in itself. And it was just the integrity of trying to get this chase closed out. You know, the opponents gave us a good battle, and they had their heads on straight. And we tried our best, but we did come out with the meth car at the end.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so
like
much
I say,
for your time,
Mr. Shiesty, we appreciate you. This run is actually sponsored by Gold Rush. So if we could just get a cha-ching from yourself to end this call off. And like I say, thank you very much for participation. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one.
All righty, you guys take care, okay? Woo, boy, let's go!
He didn't do the cha-ching.
It's okay. Do the cha-ching. He's fine. We'll let him off.
It's okay. We'll let him off with the cha-ching. Right. Matthew Antov has closed his eyes, so we're going to need a post-match analysis from the other side now. Should we get Winston himself in here?
I think we should.
I think it's time that we get Winston into here. Let's get Winston in here. Let me get him involved. We're going to get him in the call. He's been added.
We need to... We might keep calling Mr. Shiesty. That's the only problems.
It's okay. I only called Iron. Man, like Iron Monkey. If you man could go and let him know the call awaits, we'll get him in here and we'll get a little interview. This one we've been waiting for. We got a lot of questions for Winston. All right, we got a lot of questions for Winston.
This is definitely the man of the hour. You know, as you say it, the most, how should we say it, the most anticipated run that we've probably seen so far. I mean, we all had doubts about Ved, but I think we knew he was capable of pulling it off. I think there was a lot of doubters at home for this run. Maybe it didn't go the way that everybody was expecting today. Maybe they thought it would have ended a lot sooner than it did.
Well, most definitely. I feel like people assumed, you know, the worst for Winston. When we saw that flip, it was dangerous territory. You know, exactly. At that point, anything could have happened.
That flip was the first of two.
We do have a last-minute impound attempt here, I believe.
Minute impound attempt.
That's what it's looking like. It looks like they're heading to the impound right now. Don't know what vehicle they're aiming to retrieve.
I believe this might be Ved's Evo. This could be a possibility here.
Could be an Evo snatch. Something that is not rare for the Mandem. You know, the Mandem do like to snatch from the impound. It is something we've seen before.
It has been noted. It has something that has been done before. I'm not sure the timing is going to... I'll be honest. I'm sure you're aware of the Lamborghini that got stolen back. That timing could not have been any more impeccable, and I'm sure you agree.
Oh, without a doubt.
So we have a meth run vehicle and...
Oh, it is currently on the back of a truck. They have peaked
but,
too early.
Yeah, they unfortunately have... The meth run vehicle is actually off the truck. Is he trying to...
Is this a meth retrieval?
The meth
Ved is going for the vehicle. He's in the vehicle. It has been repaired.
I don't think
there is a cop in the car with him.
There's a cop in the car with him.
Ved currently has a cop in his passenger seat.
If Mr. Bolt was there, I do believe he could have retrieved the meth vehicle.
Let's roll, you know. Let's roll. Bro, I just got hard.
Is there a cop in his car? No, there is not.
No, I don't. I
he
think
did not
the
make
cop
it in.
thought about it, but he managed to not get it.
Did not make it in.
Give me that shit, man.
So he's stopping very close by to go for the repair, and we have seen
not
here
gone very far at all.
No, we have seen a good attempt by Ved, in fairness, to actually get the vehicle. So it seems to me that these cars are a lot easier to retrieve now that the impounders have fact moved spaces.
Oh, without a doubt, it's so much harder. I had for the feds to hold this area down now, you know.
Exactly. So, you know what? We have seen, numerous Mandem cars falling out of the clutches of the cops over, a multitude of days. Will the impound lot be moved? Is that something that we will see?
Great question we have heard from Denzel there. There is a possibility that that could be done, you know. That is something that is not unlikely. We could, while we're waiting on Winston, we could bring Suarez in here.
I mean, if we can get him in, I think it's a perfect time to
we have the man himself, Winston, in the building. Winston, how are you feeling off the back of that performance?
How are you doing? Welcome to the studio.
Lovely, man. We loved watching it. It was great. We want to get some of your thoughts. We've got some questions for you.
Did you watch it from the POV? Like, did you see what was going on?
We saw every
single angle. There is nothing. Patar is currently...
Let's conduct the interview. We'll come back to Patar. He is injecting heroin currently.
He's injecting heroin?
He's pulled a gun out. Hold on. Okay, continue. Sorry about that, Winston. I have a question for you. Obviously, off the bat, you hit a small flip. Little flip up in Sandy. I want to know what was going through your head at that moment when the car was flipped and, you were seeing upside down. What was the thought process?
If you want me to be honest with you, brother, completely honest, my brain froze going into the turn, and when my brain unfreeze, I'm on my roof.
Okay.
Right, okay. So you're saying it was kind of like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't...
100%.
The adrenaline was flowing. The cleaning products, were in the back of the car.
Yeah.
The lights were flashing, and, it just... everything was different. Just another quick question. So we saw... the order in which you brought people in. We actually saw you bring in Mr. Antov very, very early. But we also saw you relegate him.
Yeah. Send him to the bench
mid-run.
I wanted to.
Can you explain why that was? Can you explain why you would have relegated him if it was a possibility?
Because of him, he have a tendency. He's very young to start with, so I don't think it's personal. I think it's just sometimes his SBS brain takes the overhand. I don't think he can control it. But when he gets into the mood, especially when it's somebody he can do that to, he definitely will. And I feel like he wasn't completely 100% serious. You feel me?
Okay.
I could tell him what to do, and after not even 30, after 5 seconds, he will ask me, what do you want us to do? Where do you want me? Like adding extra stress to me, even though I've been calling out what I want him to do.
We have sources that we obviously were watching all points of view.
All of them.
And obviously what you are saying here does ring true in certain aspects, because 30 seconds after you being reflipped, we witnessed Mr. Antov giving repair kits to police officers.
Oh, we did.
He
handed a repair kit to Tracy Martel. And she repaired with the repair kit he handed. Not only this, but I must add, Just to let you know, Jiggy Joggaloo, mid-chase, took a phone call to Georgia. It did happen.
No shot.
It happened.
There was numerous times in which, you could have potentially lost the vehicle.
I got to say something.
Go on, Winston.
I did terrible. That's during my years in Los Santos, that must have been one of my biggest failures.
No, Winston.
But listen up. I'm coming to the point.
Okay.
The thing is, it's not a skill thing. It's just a thing of first not knowing how the thing works. Like, I'm not certain where I need to go, what I need to do, and how it works. Like, after doing it 1 or 2 times, you know the drill. You know when you can expect the interference to show up. You can expect you know what's coming for you. When you have no fucking idea, you have that in the back of your mind. You need to figure out how to lose Air 1. You need to lose the air vehicles. The ground units, I mean. You also need to tell everybody what to do. You need to keep saying cha-ching. It was just a lot at the same time
just a quick one. I hear you do mention cha-ching, and that is just a quick shout out to our sponsors, which were Gold Rush, once again, for the $1 Million Meth Run Challenge. We are very grateful that we were able to provide you this event. Obviously, you say the mechanics are what threw you off. We saw, you showed us quite early on how of a nice-natured person you are, and how you never want to take too much. You're always willing to take just what you need and give. We saw that when you only took 2 bottles of the cleaning product. We saw that you didn't want to take the full 10 bottles. We were aware of that, and that is because of your nature.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I didn't receive an email, so every time he told me to do something, and I went there to do it, I always got an update. So taking 1, taking 2, and I still didn't get an update. So I went back and checked. Maybe I need to do it a few times so he gives me something else. But after doing it a couple of times, he then told me what to do next.
I have some last-minute information for you, Winston. Okay.
Wow. More drama.
During your chase,
yes,
there was multiple times where the police were tipped off to your location by none other than Adam Ababwa.
You're lying to me.
So there may have been a reason why he was so irate when you left the Rainbow Garage as early as you did, due to numerous units on the way to that location after being tipped off.
Cherry on the top, the tar did fall off the chase to pick up heroin mid-chase, and told you he had 6 units on him when he did not.
That is amazing.
It is also quite funny that at the end of that run, we heard you make a comment and come to the conclusion that you would have been better doing the run on your own.
100%. I would have been better doing the run alone.
Obviously,
100%.
with everything that we have told you now, do you still obviously do you believe that? And
yes.
Do you believe fully that you would have performed better without, I suppose, the interference of
and why is that also? Give us a reason as to why.
Yes, I will tell you. When you get older, you start to knowing yourself. I'm 36 years old. I'm approaching 60, right? But this failure, I know what this is. I have this in life. Once you get older, you get to know yourself. So I know this about myself. For example, I cannot play a video game and on my second monitor watch a game going on of League of Legends. I can't do that. It's impossible. I either focus on my game or I watch the fucking game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Same thing here, brother. If I'm alone, I can concentrate and focus 100%. I tunnel vision and I always succeed. My tunnel vision is extreme, man. Extreme. So when it comes to having a lot of fucking balls in the air and trying to catch them all at once, losing Air 1, losing the ground units, telling everybody what to do, who to tag in, remember to say cha-ching, remember how does the Meth run one, all those things together, if I were on my ones, I would just focus on losing them and losing them when Air 1 is gone. I wouldn't have to count on anybody to tell me when Air 1 is gone. I need to keep track of it myself. You feel me? I felt like they gave me the information of Air 1 2 or 3 times way too late. But that's on me not telling them to. I told them to go repair it and so on and so forth. So, yeah. I'm rusty when it comes to telling people what to do because I've been following for so long.
You know what, Winston? Above everything, we appreciate you. You killed it. You know, you did what you did. Doesn't matter how you feel you performed. You didn't go to prison. You know, you came out the other side. And you're here, you're alive. It was a great effort.
Yeah, and unlike to that, like I say, the amount of entertainment that you provided us and the people at home, you know, it was unmatched. You know, this run surpassed the last one. You know, it was everything that we wanted to see. And sometimes succeeding isn't necessarily, you know, the best outcome. You know, you learned a lot, and you know, I'm sure we will see you again, Winston, for the $1 million Meth Run Challenge.
I will adapt, and I will try to. Widen my vision and not tunnel so much next time. If there is a next one, I'm not going to participate because of how it went. But anyway, in case. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Winston.
Thank you very much, Winston.
Thank you for taking your time. Thank you. I love your show, by the way. I watch every Friday. Every Friday, brother. Me and my family, we sit in the car. Oh, it's getting out, the podcast. Oh, shit, they're going to interview somebody who's dumb fuck failed now. So, and now I'm on it. I'm feeling, hello, mama. Hello, father. God bless. Cool, okay.
No problem.
We're happy to give you the platform. You take care, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. Guys, I love you. I love you so much. So keep doing what you do. We all love you.
Love you too, brother.
Thank you, Winston. Thank you, Winston. Fucking hell, that was a bit much at the end there.
I guess so.
I got a little much there.
I thought I said love you just to get him out of it. You know?
Yeah, we had to get him gone there. But anyway, Denzel, what a show.
What a show. I mean,
we are faced with today.
I don't know whether you're watching the, I suppose, the aftermath now. I mean, we saw while we were speaking to Winston, Patal taking heroin, and then quite easily VC being the police. I think
it was quite the unnecessary use of heroin. Must I add,
I think you know, I mean, when is it necessary? I suppose that's what people will be asking.
True.
But as we can see now, the boys are relaxing, surveying potentially new territory.
I think it's, you know, it was conducted beautifully, and I think that's what we call a wrap, you know, in the industry.
I think that is a wrap.
I think that is what we call a wrap.
Everybody at home, I appreciate you being here and watching with us today. This is the $1 million Meth Run Challenge, sponsored by Gold Rush.
We are getting a last minute entry. Matthew Antov is in the chat room, and he wants to be added to the call.
Oh, okay.
We can see if he has anything valuable to add. I can tell you from early, he probably doesn't. But we're adding him to the call, nonetheless.
Maybe ask question about his intention and kind of what he would, you know what I mean? I suppose what he was hoping to happen by providing the police with repair kits. Hello. Is that Matthew Antov? Hello, can you hear us? How's the connection? The connection?
Hello, Matthew. Yeah, we can hear you. The connection's fine. The connection's fine.
All good connection.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, the connection's good. The connection's good.
Okay.
Actually, we just stand up and hold it to the left. It's gone a bit.
Okay, holding it to the left. It's good.
Yeah, that's great. That's how we want it. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole time.
So my post-match analysis of the whole Meth run.
I feel like
I think we're having a little connection issue here.
I do believe it's very windy where our representative currently, our correspondent, is in a windy area.
We might have to call you back here. Matt, we still got you?
Hello.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Did you go through a tunnel by any chance?
Yeah, it's because I moved it to the left. I actually have a road on my left.
Okay. No worries.
An area of interference.
No worries whatsoever.
So post-match analysis. Winston, the morale was there. The communication you just want, and neither was the driving. Honestly, poor performance. We did in total around 4 Winston specials. I just don't think it was adequate.
To add, one of the Winston specials did put the vehicle out. We must say.
Yeah, so the Winston special was the last Winston special was the end of the run, Matthew. So I understand you coming here and saying you didn't think it was an adequate amount of specials, but no more were able to be performed at the end of the final special. So just before you speak, obviously we've already had Mr. Bolton here, and he's spoke about, I suppose, the things that made the run took a turn for the worse for himself, and he has he mentioned yourself as being one of the main indicators.
He blamed you. I will be honest with you, Matt. He spun it on you, and he said it's your fault, and that he tried to sit you out of the run, but he wasn't allowed. Do you have any comment on that?
So yeah, his accusation was correct. He did try and sit me out of the run, but unfortunately the meth run was already over at that point because he crumbled and fumbled. But so, moving on past that swiftly.
But why do you think he wanted to sit you out of the run? What may you have done which has made him come to that conclusion that he wanted you gone from all form of communication?
I think he knew I was pointing out his weaknesses and making it evident to everyone he is a flopper.
So you
okay. That is quite a statement.
Chucked around quite frequently today.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah. So,
I do have another question. Yeah. At one point, you know, we was watching the GoPro footage, and we did see you rugby tackle a motor vehicle, and it then land on your head. I just wanted to ask how you're feeling after the fact. If you're in good health, you know, have you recovered? It looked quite painful. So we just wanted to check in and make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, we're also very, very, you know, we're very, I suppose, intrigued on how you managed to pull that off yourself. You know, we were certain there was almost somebody around, but then we realised Mr. Sparky Kane was not participating, so there's no way he could have rammed you into such position.
Nope.
So we were just wondering how you managed to find yourself in such a predicament.
Yeah, it was a new trick I was trying, and unfortunately, it just didn't go to plan. Like, yeah.
Understood.
Understood. Just one last thing as well. Very, very early on to the run, just after Winston managed to flip in 40 seconds. It's like that's the new movie. You've not gone in 60 seconds. It's flipped in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
You were seen handing off repair kits to police officers.
To the police.
Do you have any you know, do you have any reasons for why you were doing that, or what was the intention there?
So unfortunately, I did have a local swerve into my lane as my lines were better, so I had to swiftly move to the right, which took out Captain Paul Martel. She went straight into a tree. Unfortunately, I didn't want to get reported, so I acted like a nice guy and did hand off a repair kit.
I see. So he was indeed avoiding a trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah, avoiding.
Okay, so we see it was a tactical repair kit, just so Winston did not start getting pitted 1 minute 30 seconds after coming into the chase, because he pretty much used his car as lethal force.
No, now we dived into that, it makes more sense. We can understand the handoff of the repair kit now, to be fair. But yeah, other than that, great performance.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't think one of these challenges is yet to be successful. I'll be honest, there is some interesting participants that could be up next. I
just put my finger in my potato bags. And...
Can we get this guy off the line, please?
Yeah, guys, studio, we get rid of him, please. I'm not sure why he's still stuck. I think the connection is really bad.
Yeah, it's cutting out. I'm
There we go.
He's gone. Okay. Anyway, Denzel, it's been a pleasure. The show was
a pleasure, SK.
Was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
Potentially, or hopefully, we'll join you on next week's.
Yeah. Next week's episode. You know where they find us. $1 Million Meth Run Challenge. They know where to find us. You know, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go on all popular music streaming services and stream Lou Loudest in the Room. Thank you so much.
That is also the second sponsor of the Golden
It
Meth
is
Run
indeed.
Challenge.
We put good money towards that. And if you don't already follow man like D-Faced with a 3, go over to the Twitch, give him a follow, like, share, all of that good stuff.
Exactly.
Get it involved.
Get everything involved. But yeah, much love. Like I say, and I will.
We will see you next week.
We'll see you next week. $1 Million Meth Run Challenge is over and out for a week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
It wasn't necessarily the result that we wanted, but yeah, it was a good one.
And we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.